Welcome to Cajun Talk. Cajun Talk is a public affairs presentation of Family Vision. Now here's your host, Barry Thompson.
Well, hello and welcome into Cajun Talk, a public affairs presentation of Agape Broadcasters and our three television affiliates in Lafayette, Crowley, and Lake Charles. It's a joy to have you with us today. I believe we have another interesting interview for you. I have with me today Greg Gagne.
Yes,
Greg,
that's close enough.
Good. Greg is interested in, well, not interested, but is working with veterans.
Right.
And you do a lot of things for veterans, don't you?
Yes. I'm a veteran advocate, and I've been doing this since 2012 when I started with the state. Started with the state back in 2006, but the program Veterans Corner came online in 2012 and it's been airing ever since on AOC. But I'm reaching out to expand my horizon to a larger audience such as the Southwest Louisiana region. And I've talked to media outlets locally here, and they all said they want to participate. And I talked with your manager over here and said, yes, we want to be a part of it too. So
Good.
I want to do programs where I present information for the veterans community and also the entire community as well. My mission is to help veterans with employment, meeting their needs, and also their families. In doing so, the way I'm doing this is by interviewing employers and nonprofit agencies to provide information because as the saying goes in the Bible, my people perished because of lack of information. So I've taken that as my marching orders to go out there and really promote programs and also information out there that veterans and the entire community is not even aware of. Because I find that a number of agencies that I know of, including state agencies, have said, we have the money, but we do not have the money to promote. You know.
So you're picking up that?
I'm picking up the slack.
Right.
And in a case like this, with I'm going radio and television as well. With the interviews, though, I have Secretary of State Strickland. He's on board. We got about 3 interviews there with him. He's provided a lot of information. I also have 3 interviews with the state of Louisiana, not state of Louisiana, the regional office out of New Orleans for the VA medical benefits.
Oh, that's great.
You know, and that provides a lot of information, as well as I got 3 interviews with the Social Security officer, which really surprised me. They got permission out of Dallas to go ahead and do the show because they themselves have difficulty getting information out to the community. So, I mean, it's a lot of stuff that's out there that the veteran community, as well as the entire community, is not really aware of. And I've even done a show with the USDA with Mr. Clarence Hawkins. He's the director of the USDA, and I did about 5 other interviews of different departments he has. And the one thing he told me right in the beginning was, Greg, the people only know us by the stamp on the meat.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
Yeah. So the thing is, when I interviewed his entire staff of different department heads, they provided with me enough information that blew my mind. I could not understand, why is it that you don't have other resources where you can promote this to the community?
Right.
And I was not aware that they also that they have loans for individuals.
Right.
They have business loans. I mean, they have all sorts of things, but nobody knows about them.
Right.
So he said, Greg, with you, we know we can get the word out.
Amen. That's good.
So other
That's
than that,
good.
just trying to make things happen and make a difference in the lives of my veteran colleagues there.
With the downsizing that's been taking place in the military, there's been an influx of veterans into the society.
Yes, well, roughly about 100,000, 200,000 active duty personnel are leaving the military.
Really?
Yes, so the competition is really great. As far as employers are concerned, they would like to hire veterans because of their attitude for once, as well, and also for their discipline. And sometimes they get a little shaky because of the words PTSD.
Right.
And when I go and talk with them, after a while, they understand, well, you know, the veteran is something that he has lived with, he's going to have to live with for the rest of his life. But at the same time, his service providing you what you're doing right now, freedom. So extend your hand to, you know, to them and work with them, and you'll be surprised about what you will get in return. You know.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And we all owe a debt of gratitude to the men and women who have served our country in the military.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what, I'm a veteran of the Vietnam era.
Okay.
And
well, you know what it was like when you came home. Yeah. Terrible.
Well, to be honest with you, it took 40 years before they got me into the VA system.
Really? My goodness.
But understand, I'm not angry about that or even frustrated about that. God has been good to me. I've been able to take care of myself with my family, health-wise. So, but in 2010, the VA finally let me into the system, and being involved with the veteran as an employment representative, I was making a difference in the lives of veterans, and especially with some of the Vietnam veterans who do not want to even discuss VA because of the way they were treated. And I'm trying to get them to understand, look, this is a benefit that you deserve. And for us to sit back and do not take advantage of this opportunity, because actually with the entire population, you got a very small majority, a very small minority of veterans that's even fighting for freedom. And that small minority is getting lambasted by politicians and so forth. But there is a change, and we must, in order for us to survive, we need to go forward and forget about the past, not forget about it, but more or less understand that you do deserve
what you absolutely.
You know, and if you can come across with that, I'll be there to help you as much as I can, far as resources are concerned. In fact, just the other day I was on a radio show, and a young man called in, and he said, "Is this the guy that was at the employment office in Opelousas?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "You're a veteran representative?" "Yeah." He said, "Well, I recognize your voice." And this was 7 years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, my gracious.
Yeah, I said, and the young man working for this company said, "Greg, I want to see if I can get you involved with my employer, and I need to get in contact with my district manager, area manager, regional manager coming in. Can you sit down with us?" I said, "Yeah, I'll sit down with you anytime, you know." So the thing is, I'm willing to travel. I don't know if the younger generation will even know about this, but remember the old movie called Have Gun Will Travel with Paladin?
Yeah, oh yeah.
We'll go anywhere, right? Well,
you're willing to do it.
I'm willing to do it within reason.
Right, right, right.
But as far as the veteran community is concerned, there is so much information out there that they're not aware of. And sometimes I'm surprised of that I do not know, and I'm involved in it. So it gets very complex sometimes, but I'm trying to make it easier for them to go into my website, which is called veteranscorner.vet. Veterans with an S, corner.vet, not net, vet. And there's a whole bunch of information there on that website, which has, I got 5 courses from the University of Colorado that I attended as a veteran representative, and they gave me permission to use it on the website to help with employment and so forth. They're about 5 30-minute videos.
Really?
Yeah.
That's great.
And from there, you got the job section, which I have job openings. There's also a section for training. I got business courses from the SBA that you can go in there and take these courses for entrepreneurship, as well as for existing businesses to get some kind of background. There's also a certification program that I have, I'm involved with for business owners who wish to become, apply for government contracts. Well, my colleague is about the only one in the state of Louisiana that has the authority to certify a company. And as long as you can identify yourself as a an entity, and he can prove that, and he can give you your certification number, which you have to put on the SAMS system, which is SAMS Award Management Program. If you don't have that number, you never get in. So you have to do that. But there have been several other veterans that came in that had businesses, and in one of them, it took 5 years, and they still haven't heard nothing back from the federal government. And it just so happened that he carries his documents with him all the time. And when we found out, and within 45 minutes, he had his certification.
Wow.
You know,
That's great. You cut through the red tape, don't you?
You cut through a lot
Wow.
of the red tape. But, and then another guy, it was taking him 2 years. And then, just to show you, this one individual said he's been trying to get into the military commissary. And so we worked with him, and I went all the way up to Barksdale, got the information, who I needed to contact, which really wasn't the contact. I had to go through 5 different people before I got to the actual individual. And that person said, yes, he is a veteran business owner. We want to do business with him. It just so happens that she is in charge of all the commissaries in the world.
Really? Wow. Boy, the Lord just put you in the right place at the right time.
Yeah. So the thing is that we gave him the information, and he said, Greg, yes, I will contact them. So more or less, that's as much as I can do. Give it to him. Now it's in your court. Now, if you don't want to go talk with her, and I've told you that she is willing to work with you, because he also has products in Walmart as well. So it's not something that's small, but we can work with the small companies, getting them certified, and we usually tell small companies that in taking contracts, take on contracts that you can actually complete. Don't start with the big projects. Start with something that you can do and meet their time and their quotas and everything else, and they'll start giving you a track record, okay, with them. And if they look back on your record and you say, well, he's completed this, and you keep getting a little bigger contracts, you know, they're willing to work with you. But if you take a contract and you don't complete it, they will cancel it, hire somebody else, and this is what I tell people. They put you in Pandora's box, never to be opened.
Right, right. It gives you a black mark.
That's right, that's right. So, I mean, for me, I mean, I'm just trying to make a difference. Even though I've been involved with the veterans for quite some time, my passion is to see if I can really make a difference in people's lives. As far as, there's also another program that will make a difference that I'm gotten involved with a home mortgage program where we can help the low income community. And of course we help other people as well, but the point is I'm getting involved in that. So really the way I started out is morphing into other areas. It's not just mission for veterans. It is still mission for veterans, but I'm also encompassing all of the entire community as well.
You're just interested in helping people.
Yeah. Because to be honest with you, since 2012, this has been on my dime.
Yeah.
Even though when I asked permission and they gave it to me, you know, I went online and they said, well, we don't have the money to give you a staff. I said, okay, well, I'll just keep on doing what I'm doing. And it's been since 2012, I've been on the air, and I'm still doing it. And I left the state and so forth. And now Veterans Corner is a nonprofit organization, so which we're still trying to make a difference in the community. And I'm trying to reach, eventually I want to get throughout the whole state, which I will get there. I'm not sure when. I'm going to put it on God's terms as how he wants to get there.
Right.
But I get a little frustrated sometimes the way things are going. But overall, I mean, he has never failed me, so I just got to...
Amen, amen, and he won't.
Yeah.
Greg, we're running out of time here.
Okay.
Tell us again the website. That website is loaded with information and things of interest to veterans and non-veterans.
Yes. Everybody can take advantage of it. The website is called veteranscorner.vet, and you can also go through the entire site and look at, get the contact page, and you can contact me that way, or you can call 337-3 315-3259. 315-3259. And of course, if you wish to get me by email, that is greg@veteranscorner.vet.
Greg, thank you so much for being with us today.
Well,
we appreciate what you're doing and glad to have a part.
Well, thank you very much for
God
your
bless
service.
You. God bless you.
Okay.
Cajun Talk's a public affairs presentation of Agape Broadcasters. We'll have another segment coming up in just a minute.